3 activities to guarantee a good night's sleep. Hello, friend. We all know that a good night's rest is essential to our physical and mental health, but falling asleep can be easier said than done for a variety of reasons. Carmen Meyer, author of Eat to Sleep, shares a trio of activities you should do before bed to ensure you get in those Z's. In addition to making dietary changes to help tackle sleep issues, there is a variety of other practices you can put in place to find a good night's sleep. Following are a few non-food approaches that you can implement along with your nutritional changes. What works well for one person may not be as effective for someone else in regard to sleep, but there are only positive benefits to be had by putting any of these practices into action. Each of the recommendations in this section offers a range of benefits, but one thing they all have in common is they're each a stress reducer. If stress is a primary reason you're experiencing sleepless nights, try adding at least 1 or 2 of these practices to your daily routine. But before you continue, friend, answer my question: do you want to know more about a healthy lifestyle, proper nutrition, and body care? Then be sure to watch other videos on our channel, which contain a lot of useful information that you didn't know. New videos appear every day. Don't forget to turn on notifications and subscribe to our channel. Also, in the description under the video, you will find the best products for beauty and health. Now we continue further. Number 1. Exercise. Physical activity offers many more benefits than just getting in shape or maintaining weight. It's essential for mental health, stress management, reducing risk of many chronic diseases, adequate energy levels during the day, and getting quality sleep at night. I personally have noticed that if I don't keep up with my usual exercise routine, my sleep begins to suffer. That alone is motivation enough for me to get back to being more physically active. A 2011 study in the journal Mental Health and Physical Activity found that men and women ages 18 through 85 who did 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous activity each week had a 65% improvement in sleep quality. They also reported feeling less tired during the day. To think of the 150 minutes per week in different terms, that's 30 minutes of moderate aerobic exercise a day, 5 days a week. If you're limited on time for exercise during the week, bump up the intensity of your exercise to something more vigorous and aim for 75 minutes a week. Number 2. Meditation. The word meditation may bring to mind images of monks living in monasteries in far-off lands, or maybe it seems like a practice that is out of reach unless you have an hour to devote to it, but meditation is something we all have access to any time of day. Meditation is simply a time to reflect or hit the pause button on your day to focus on your breath, which can be revitalizing and calming all at once. Taking the time to bring awareness to the breath can help reduce anxiety and stop racing thoughts. Does this scenario sound familiar? You wake up an hour and a half or so before the alarm is set to go off, and rather than getting up, you fight to fall back asleep to make the most of that remaining time. Lying there in bed, maybe buried under the covers, your mind starts to think about everything on the to-do list for the day and, at the same time, stressing over the fact that there's only a short period of time left before the alarm rings. This anxious state is not going to help you get back to sleep fast. Instead, if you find yourself waking up an hour or 2 before your alarm is set to go off, try meditating. I know this is easier said than done, but if practiced, it can be accomplished, and you can return to a peaceful sleep. I've found myself here many times before, and when I become aware of my racing thoughts, I make the conscious decision to turn off those thoughts and instead focus on my breath. In a few minutes, I'm usually back asleep until the alarm sounds. If this tactic doesn't work for you, it's best to get out of bed and go into a dimly lit room to do a quiet activity like reading a book or the newspaper or working on a crossword puzzle until you find yourself yawning and feeling sleepy again. Number 3. Reading before bed. Snuggling up in bed with a book is a relaxing way to end the day. It allows your mind a chance to escape from everything else that may have taken place and to enter a different world, if even for a few minutes. If you are at all like me, reading in bed is a surefire way to fall asleep fast. A friend of mine recently told me she likes listening to audiobooks while drifting off to sleep. She admits she doesn't usually recall much of what happened in the book, so she's often starting in the same spot over and over, but it's an effective tool to help her fall asleep fast. If you choose to read a book on a device in bed, be sure to use the blue light filters to avoid interfering with the body's natural circadian rhythm, otherwise, you may be counteracting the potential benefits. What do you think? Write in the comments. Answer the question, do you want to finally lose weight and look and feel like you deserve? Lighter, prettier, more self-confident, and excited about every day? In short, you want to enjoy your life and feel confident and happy about the way you look. Our best health and beauty products will help you. See the best products in the description. I hope you liked the video, friend. Then like, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to share with your friends.